Okay, hey guys, Camperman Steve here. Tonight we're going to be doing a unique style of camp. I've got only clothing on and gear that would have been appropriate or gear that they would have had during the Great Depression era. So the 1930s. I've got like wool jacket, some wool pants, some old boots with some wool socks. I've got my bag, which is pretty much has like my sleeping bag in it, and it has an old wool blanket. I've got a little bit of whiskey and some other things, and so we're gonna make it more into sort of like a 1930s style camp. Should be a lot of fun. So we're still hiking in on this snow here. Yeah, with the camera gear and this big pack, it's heavy, definitely hot. Whoa. What's nice though is that this trail has been fairly well compressed. It's ice. If I step over here though, I'm gonna sink way down, which is not what we want. But because someone's had an ATV or something out here, it is pretty much compressed, and I can walk on it without sinking down. So I'm still pretty warm. Like I said, mid-20s. Not really very worrisome right now about the weather because I've got all this wool on, and it's actually doing pretty good. So I'm gonna be looking around, trying to find a good place to camp for the night. A lot of what's out here though is you got a lot of snow on the sides, so hopefully I can find a place under a tree where I can move away some of the snow and be able to bed down for the night without sinking or getting caught up in some gnarly snow. All right, so the sun is starting to definitely go down. I want to try to get my camp set up before it gets too late. Don't know if it's going to happen. I think there's a nice clearing up there you can't really see, but I believe it kind of opens up. Maybe I can see the stars. Maybe there's a good flat place to camp, and we're going to find out. Okay, so the snow is starting to get harder to walk in. I'm sinking more often. I don't have actual snow boots on. They're kind of old style military boots that I thought were era appropriate, but this snow is less compressed, and so definitely having a harder time walking here. Probably dumping the snow every fourth or fifth step. Okay, I got to a place that I really like. It's really pretty, really open out here. Gonna be able to see a real nice sunset. It's beautiful. Gonna see the sky and everything. So I like to hunker down here, maybe in some of the trees over here, but I'm gonna have to go exploring and see if there's actually a place that I can bed. The snow again has been hard to deal with just because it's deep, and looks like there wasn't a quad back here. Looks like it was like cross-country skiing. So yeah, I see a place up here. Let me see if I can get to it in the snow, because it's kind of crazy. Okay. Oh man. Okay, well, this looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna get my stuff out here. I'm under the cover of this nice tree, which will work great. And I can clear aside some of the branches. Probably have a pretty safe campfire if I do it in the right spot. So, also notice there's a lot of dead trees around here. So I should be able to get a nice selection of firewood. So I'm gonna get myself and try to get up here. All right. Okay, so we're up here. That was some pretty hard hiking through that deep snow and getting up here. But like I said, I think this is gonna work. I gotta find a place where I can put a fire next to me though, because I need that warmth in the night. Because it's still cold, still winter, and my bedding is 1930 style, so see how well it works. Okay. So I got my first kind of dead branch cut down out here, and I'm gonna start working on getting it cut up so I can start making a fire with it here. Alright. Time to make a fire. Okay, this is the fire. This is the fire zone. So hopefully I'll be able to get it lit up here. I got a little bit of newspaper, got a lighter, and we'll see how it goes. Little stuff on there. Okay, I think we're starting to get this thing going here. Pulling up some of the ground brush, I discovered that some of it has thorns in it. Got myself a little bit, but as long as you layer it and we have dry kindling, I have no question that we're gonna be able to keep this going tonight. Like I said, I saw a whole tree that was completely dead that I can go saw some off. So, but this is going to get our bed of coals going, and I think we're going to be fine. The night is starting to bear its face. Sun's gone down, and luckily we got our fire going, and I think we're going to be able to keep it going. I got to go on the hunt for some more wood. I got to go cut some down, but I really think we're gonna make it. So yeah, like I said, this is gonna be like a 1930s style clothing. I've got a wool trench coat, I've got wool vest, shirt, tie, which I know is funny, hat like they would have worn in the 30s, wool pants, military boots that are old, and my bedroll is a it's like an army blanket. Got an old sleeping bag. I think if I stay near this fire, I can stay warm. I'm not sure, because this is definitely less gear than I've ever used camping out in the snow. I'm gonna get my bedding set up, and like I said, hopefully this will result in a warm sleep. We'll find out. Okay, so what we got going tonight is, got my fire right here, starting to rock. Definitely gonna need to get more wood. But the first layer I'm putting down here on my bed tonight is, I really should cut it and make it bigger, but I'll do that some other time. This is to kind of keep it so I am dry on the ground, because this is kind of like an oil skin, a little more weatherproof tarp kind of a thing. And then after that, I'm going to pull out my sleeping bag, and then hopefully on top of that, I'll be sleeping in some wool tonight. Okay, let's get this on. Okay, so next layer that I have is kind of this, kind of older style, like sleeping bag sort of a thing, like an older style sleeping bag. Right by my nice fire, of course. And then on top of that, we are going to be doing the wool blanket. Okay, so it's been a long hike. It's been a lot of work getting in here. But I got a bottle of plain wrap beer, just like someone would have back in the Great Depression. I'm gonna swig that, hopefully have a little whiskey, get warm, get some more wood, and hopefully be able to get some Z's. Ooh, that's cold and good. Thanks God. So this is our night. Starting to get real dark. I'll put this right about there. Camp for the night is going to be the wool blanket, top of that sleeping bag. Got our fire here. Hopefully that's going to keep us warm. And we're going to start moving on to some food. It's going to warm the belly up a little bit. If only I played the harmonica, I could have myself a little bit of music out here. Well, it is the Lord's Day. It's awesome to be able to have some leftover communion bread. I had some leftover communion wine too, but that was too heavy for my pack tonight, so brought the whiskey instead. And soon here I'm going to get this Spam going. Here's my Spam in the fire, and those coals are nice and hot. So it is going to start cooking up, and I still have to get some more wood to make sure I am warm tonight. So let's let this cook up and see how she gets all nice and done. Looks like it's about time to kind of break into this Spam. It has definitely gotten done. Didn't bring any water, brought some beer. So I'm sure it'll quench my thirst, but I did take this old cup I got, and I'm going to be just kind of putting it by the fire. Hopefully I can melt it and get a nice cup of water here. So okay, I'm gonna break into some of this Spam here. Real good. The thing about Spam is you definitely have to have that nice crispy edge on it.
Not just warmed up, but nice to have a real, even burnt, it's fine, crisp, so. Real good, tasting real good as it's getting cold out here for sure.
Oh man. It's like the coyotes or something out there. Hopefully not wolves. So, about to lay down. I'm about to get into wrap this wool blanket around me. And then also kind of get in to the sleeping bag here too, or just have that wrap around. Got the 45 there. I think we're getting ready for bed. So I've put back on this wool jacket. I got the wool blanket. I got this wool hat. And we're gonna see how well it does in about 25-degree weather. Hopefully the fire kind of radiates some heat back on me here too. I don't have a covering, so we're not trapping the heat anywhere. So we're gonna see how it goes, but I'm gonna get wrapped up here and hopefully start to get warm. We are officially in the sack, officially hunkered down. Hopefully this is gonna be warm. I've got my doubts, but I also know a lot of men throughout all time have existed primarily on wool, especially in the winter. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to find out. My head's warm, feet a little cold because they're away from the fire. But I'm gonna go to bed, and hopefully we'll get a chance to check in with you in the morning. Okay, so it's about 1:30 in the morning, and it's been going okay. I mean, this is definitely a survivable experience. It's not a problem at all that way. Like, I could be fine, keep getting some more smaller pieces of wood and can stay warm enough. I just like, but I think I'm gonna pack out because I want to be able to get some better sleep before I go to work. Feet are definitely cold out here. One wool blanket is definitely probably not enough to sustain the kind of heat that you need to probably to do this on a regular basis. So I'm definitely gonna try this one again and do the same outfit, but hopefully have maybe either a shelter or also prepare some wood, get out here a little earlier and try that. So I'm gonna pack out and catch up with you guys in a few. Back in the car. Hike out was about almost an hour. Probably hiked in a lot farther than I should have. It was a good long hike, and it was hard because the snow is hard on the ground. So it's about 2:30 in the morning, and I'm gonna head home for a little bit of sleep, get to work in the morning, and do another camp. But I'm gonna do this same Great Depression style one. I'm just gonna have myself a tent or something and maybe get a little better. But anyway, it was fun, it was interesting, and it was a lot of work at night. So anyway, thanks for checking it out.